Yo, what's up guys, welcome back for another Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro Duel video. Two new cards have been revealed a couple of days ago. One here, as you see, a new BLS monster, a new Link monster from the Link Vrains Pack 2. That one was revealed yesterday, and as soon as I saw the Black Luster card series archetype, I cannot call it an archetype, got like a new Link monster, I was like, oh, the ritual deck, you know, with the good old school ritual Supreme, I believe the name is the Black Luster Supreme, is getting support, and I was like, no, it's not really meant for the ritual-based deck. Well, it can definitely be, since Gaia is like a level 7, and that's where its effect comes into play. It's a generic Link 3 one, so you need to make it with 3 different monsters, but with different names, that is. And as soon as one of those 3 monsters is like at least a level 7 or higher monster, and then I'm looking at something like Danger and the Orcust / Orfagol previously in the past, you can get its beneficial effects. So again, Link 3, you need 3 monsters, but as soon as you use a higher level monster, higher level 7 or higher, it becomes unaffected by card effects. Well, it cannot be targeted, and it cannot be destroyed by card effects, and it's sitting at a 3k attack point. That's a 3k attack, and as soon as your ritual, at least your Link BLS, destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can activate one of its 3 effects. It will get a boost of 1500 attack, it's permanent by the way, you can banish 1 card on the field, or you can get the double attack, like the regular BLS, right? Then again, the double attack only gets that during the next turn, so not in the same turn when you actually destroy a monster by battle, right? So it's somewhat slow for that particular effect, but still, getting to destroy something by battle and banishing something from your opponent is quite strong, and of course it's a generic Link 3, so again, quite easy to be made with something like Scapegoat. But again, Orfagol, but yeah, Scapegoat, you need a high level monster, right, to get its full effect intact, as in not being able to be destroyed or being targeted by card effects. The other new one being a new level 7, I believe. It's currently at 2 in the deck. It's basically a new Foolish Burial for your Orcust archetype. You know, when it's like banished, you can send something from your deck to the give, and then you want, of course, you want to send your Orcust Orfagol level 4, and you know, you get your engine going. I took my decklist from a couple of weeks ago. Danger, Orcust, with, you know, the new cards, the BLS as well. Staple, one of the, probably might be a semi-staple Link monster in the extra deck. But like always, let's see a couple of example games. Okay, first tool, I think I get to start normal summoning, and that's something that has been gone for past couple of videos, but again, the deck just supports it, so why not, right? The Armageddonite Malicious Engine, same for Dark Grepher. Grepher is pretty much a staple in any Danger deck, and especially because of the new level 8 one, the World Legacy that's here in the deck, that definitely supports the Orcust archetype, and also the new one, the Orchestrated Nightmare, I believe the name is. Again, very solid support, so something like Armageddon and Dark Grepher definitely makes sense here in the deck. And of course, Malicious with Danger and Link summoning upgrades, you can definitely go for it. Going for the Black Luster Link, the thing here is, okay, it has the advantage that it's generic, so you can very easily make it end in a deck like Danger, which occasionally does have higher level attack monster, at least higher level monsters on the field. You can instantly make it and make use of its full effect. Then again, you need 3 monsters, of course, and then I'm looking at other potential cards that you might, at least that might be better compared to the Black Luster Link monster. And I'm looking at something like Boreload or Boral Sword, which in most situations can also be made. And again, those are Link 4. So there are, of course, situations where you can't upgrade yourself or get another monster, a 4th monster on the field, or indeed a 4th extra target on the field to go for Boral Sword or Boreload, and luckily you did have that Link 3 BLS in your extra deck to go for it. So I think the situations, there are definitely situations where the BLS is more optimal than working towards something like Boral Sword or Boreload, but I think in most situations I think it's just better to go for something like Boral Sword, right? But again, that depends on the situation, since there are, of course, as I mentioned before, situations or game scenarios where banishing an opponent's card or getting the double attack, right, and banishing 2 cards in the same process might be better compared to going for Boral Swords. You know what I mean. Another example again, going first here, using Dark Refer to immediately set up the new one, the Nightmare, Orchestrated Nightmare, I believe the name is. Hope I'm not going to, at least I did not butcher that one. So it's basically a foolish burial, right? It sets itself up in the banished pile to potentially send back with the Orcust link monsters, right? So it's basically just extra thinning, deck thinning, which might sound strange in a 44 card deck, but you know, Triple Malicious, well, Malicious, it's not really a card you want to draw, unless of course you have Dark Refer, but it just makes the chances of actually opening with Malicious a little bit smaller, right? So running a little over 40 cards I think is justified. Excitednite is okay, still have the Orcust, the Longerus I believe the name, so I'm not really sure about the TCG name, but both Armageddonite and Dark Refer are very solid follow-ups. A couple of outs here for the Excitednite. Well, Unicorn is definitely one of those. And yeah, indeed, again, and that's something I definitely like about the Orphicle / the Orcust archetype is, even though if your opponent is able to nuke your board and, well, yeah, bypass their indestructible effects, or maybe, you know, get rid of your own field, the deck can easily recover. And I'm looking at cards like Armageddonite, Dark Refer, sending those new World Legacy Monster or the Nightmare from your deck to the graveyard, and of course the Orcust level 3 to reborn something from the graveyard. I mean, the deck definitely has a lot of recovery plays ready, so that's something I definitely like about about the archetype, right? So going for Orchestrion, basically a pulse monster, right? But I get caught by the grave, so I can't reborn something and I can't get the somewhat of a lock going, but I think I should have the Graceful Charity. What is it called? The Danger Zone, I believe the name is. He does have the Madolche shenanigans going, right? But I believe there should be, well, because of the, what is it called? The Danger Bigfoot. Yeah, Bigfoot should eventually pop his Madolche Tiaramitsu. And now, again, I should be in a very good position. Nope, he can't go for Boral Sword or Boreload. That would have been a big bummer, but nope, that's not possible due to, I believe it's due to the new Magi Madolche card, right? It prevents your locks yourself into only being able to summon Madolche cards. I'm definitely running the new Dangers. The spell I definitely is better, but this is not really a huge danger deck, so I don't think I can afford the space as well to run the Danger Trap card, but it's definitely a solid option, right? Boral Sword again, the multiple reborn cards come into effect, and now I simply should be able to attack for game, right? Orchestrion, putting the Magiland to 0 attack, and yeah, just eventually attack for game, right? Yeah, maybe the Orcust archetype was getting more support, but probably not. So, bit sad, but it's definitely a very fun archetype to play with. Anyway, so the opponent gets to start now. My opening hand is quite okay, again, because you're running Dangers. I'm not really into running hand traps, right, if that makes sense, but triple impermanence should be basically stable in Dangers. So again, a triple back row into, you know, one of the back rows is the Fog Blade, right, the Phoenix Chain, so I'm going to force it out, or already have like a high level monster on the field, and what is it called, the bunny, the level 3, I believe, you know, a special summon something for the deck. Go for Phoenix first, try to get rid of the back row, and you see here as last card, I believe is another Fog Blade, but again, as you know, the BLS Link monster cannot be targeted and it cannot be destroyed by card effects, but still, it's quote-unquote only sitting at 3k, and the more generic cards in basically any extra deck, and I'm looking at cards like Unicorn, you know, Nightmare Unicorn, Boral Sword, Boreload maybe as well, are just instant outs against this BLS, so that's a bit sad, right? Well, then again, Boreload not that much, but Boral Sword definitely, and same for Unicorn, that might also be an out if you, of course, didn't use its full effect, right? But still, cannot be targeted, cannot be destroyed by card effects, so that's definitely somewhat solid. Anyway, so eventually, as I mentioned before, yeah, he was able to pop the impermanence before he's able to go for Boral Sword, and yeah, Boral Sword is just an instant out, right? And Farfa is going to use its effect, banishing the Armageddonite, and now he will just be able to attack for game. So I guess it's not really this new Link monster, the BLS Link, it's not really the first to go to boss monster, I guess, but in something like Danger / Orphagal, and that's something I forgot to mention is that the BLS is not a dark, it's an earth, by the way, so that's something to keep in mind. But it may be like if you're Brick and if you have the option to get like 2 or 3, well, of course, 3 different monsters on the field here in this situation, just go for it, right? Make its full effect unaffected by distraction effects, gonna be targeted. It can be, well, with some appropriate defense, it can definitely be good. But nope, here in this situation, the opponent is able to use the Neos to pump his monster, give it more attack points, and now I'm just so far behind. Well, I had the comeback ready with Dark Crafter, of course, and the World Legacy monster, but nope, the Impermanence is just going to, well, seal a deal, basically, since now I think he should be able to attack for a game. Well, eventually going for, I think, Boral Sword as well, and Boral Sword is just a superb generic Link monster, Link 4 monster. It definitely makes worth of, you know, investing your resources and going for a Link 4, right? No Boral Sword, but again, getting the extra draw, and I'm basically down to one set, not really sure which card that is, but yeah, Malicious, that top deck, right? So this is currently my list, the new BLS, a generic card might find its way into, you know, most decks that rely on Link summoning or do have the option or like to have the option to have a BLS in their extra deck, again, because it's a generic, right? Pendulums might also be a deck that can definitely use this one. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.